Okay, our next speaker is a Fort Wayne mortician whose job is to patch up and prepare burial services for a lot of people who are getting killed and mutilated by a lot of this crime going on here in Fort Wayne. Bishop Nelson, please come up and share your experiences and your insights on that subject.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr. Hackley. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Hackley for inviting me and the opportunity to speak. I'm surprised that this room wasn't standing room only, but that's one of the things that's near and dear to my heart is the lack of leadership. A lot of things I'm going to talk about will more or less echo a lot of what Brother Terry said and a lot of what was said earlier. The lack of leadership in this town is less than I've ever seen anywhere that I've ever been. I'd like to first start by saying that we were talking about police brutality in our last segment, and I'm going to share a story of my own here in a minute. But Brother Lyman had talked about sending our kids off to foreign countries to fight for those countries, and then coming back here, and a lot of the veterans here are not acknowledged. In some towns, military towns, you have veterans that are more or less considered heroes. When I came back to Fort Wayne in 1994, after doing 2 tours in Saudi Arabia, I was in Kuwait, I was in Zakku, Iraq, Salopi, Turkey. It wasn't a parade. They dropped me off in Ramstein, Germany, on the curb, and I had to find my way back to Mannheim, Germany. When I got out of the military, I came back, started working at Lincoln Food Service, Hadley Road, and coincidentally, met a female girlfriend, whatever, however you want to put it. Just to fast forward that story a little bit, we had been together for a couple years, and after going into that second year of being with her, found out that she was addicted to drugs. And at that point, you know, like I said, almost 2 years being in that relationship, thinking, hey, you know what, I need to do everything, not really understanding the drug, you know, the addiction process or what all is entailed with drugs. I thought I could save her, you know, like many of us do when we have relatives or friends that are addicted to drugs and things like that. I thought I could be the hero, you know, which unfortunately I found out that I wasn't able to be. Like I said, to fast forward that story, I got into a situation. I'm bringing this all up because we're talking about the police situation, and I'm gonna get back to what you said earlier, Eric, about the crimes and the homicides and things that take place in the city. But I bring that story up to say that the female that I was with, she would get high or whatever with a lot of her relatives. She was more or less a shy person. She would get high with her relatives, and just so happened one night she disappeared. I saw her vehicle at her relative's house. I went to the house once again thinking I could save her. And when I got to the house, she had a black eye and things like this was going on. I'm like, you know, what's going on? So found out that they had been in an argument about money, so on and so forth. Then the thing that basically upset me about the whole situation was that her 2 youngest kids were with her. So, like I said, naturally, this was my woman, my girlfriend, whatever you want, however you want to put it. Got upset. I got into an argument with her cousin. We got into an altercation, and like I said, I didn't go to jail that night, but ultimately I did. And I went to jail because trying to make sure I don't say the wrong thing. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to be scared today. I'm going to say it just the way it was, just the way it is. The current chief of police was a sergeant at the time, and he was friends with my family and also friends with the gentleman I got into the altercation with and his daughter. Well, when the altercation first took place, it was a situation where, hey, Vic, don't even worry about it. You know, we understand. We see what he did to her, this, that, and the other. We shouldn't have had the kids in here. They shouldn't have had the kids in here. I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, I'm justified in everything. And actually, I didn't throw the first punch, so whatever. Like I said, come to find out, when you realize who the person was that I was in altercation with, found out that later that he actually had an affair or was friends with the daughter of the person that I had the altercation with. So within 30 days, after 30 days of realizing that, then that's when I got the call, hey, look, we need to talk again. Those things weren't in the statement that was written originally. The statements that were taken were changed, and like I said, I ended up going downtown for a little while, for like 2 weeks or something like that.